nice to be
Yeah.
able to go around.
With all this said, before we do make a decision, supposedly it's our choice to make the decision, should we request that Chaseley Township have a township meeting so that everybody on the township, that's officers, actually knows what's going on? Because I don't think a lot of them do.
Well, I agree, we gotta do something.
I mean-
Either that or have them come in,
Right.
because if they refuse to have us in their township, how are we gonna go play?
I don't think they have that jurisdiction.
He's the chairman of the township.
He's the chairman, but there's other people on the board, and we wanna make sure everybody knows what's going on.
But I'm in Dan's camp in that now if the roads go bad, now you're
Oh, yeah.
punishing everybody else
Exactly.
that's not in the township that drive those roads.
That's why we haven't made a decision. I thought it's up to us to make the decision, and we haven't even got it brought to us,
I agree.
right?
That's not Brent's call.
So we have to square that away with their township supervisor. If he says we can't come in there, then we go in there and blade, it's just gonna throw gas on the fire.
Well, you don't wanna invite them to the
Yeah,
office meeting?
I would
They
say
need to
that'd
come
be
in
smart,
at the office
all of them,
meeting.
whoever how many patrons are in Chaseley Township?
Not very many.
That would be a smart move that they all come request,
Yeah.
because it's gonna affect them all.
How many
No,
people
I
live
don't
there?
think so.
Not very many. 10?
But you're exactly right, Stan, because of one person, you're punishing the rest of the people.
Well, and the people that don't live in Chaseley Township. You know, it's one thing about Chaseley Township, now the roads are crappy. They'll complain to the supervisors
Who would ever
because,
drive that?
but if you live over here and drive through it,
Who'd ever go down there with you?
Well, no, I don't even use that road. I use the west
Is
road.
that on the way to a fishing spot?
I use the west road, you guys.
you change fishing spots.
But let's do that,
Okay.
let's invite
Yeah,
them in the
they
next
need
meeting.
to,
Make a
that,
decision.
you just can't say something.
Because we haven't made a decision on it yet.
No, but we got the stuff.
They don't have to get it figured out between them what's going on.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, with or without that agreement in place, it's well understood that Wells County maintains the roads in this county.
Right, that $100
And if
is nothing
something
to do with it.
occurs in the next 30 days, and we have no maintenance over the last 60 days, you can bet as sure as you're sitting here, who's gonna be held responsible?
Or the township will be responsible?
Yeah,
Well, I don't know
absolutely.
about that, because where is it written, other than in a text message of somebody being pissed for one morning? I think this is a horrible precedence.
But, Dan, isn't there a text saying that they do not want the blade in their township?
Yeah,
It said they didn't want a certain individual in the township.
Not the blade?
Said, yeah,
They said someone is no longer welcome.
Yes,
That didn't mean Wells
right.
County wasn't.
He just
but-
wanted someone else.
But I'm not of the mindset that we should be cajoling individuals by providing them exactly what they want. We provide a service. And right now, we're not providing that service. And whether they pay the full something happens, there is no other service provider in Wells County that I'm aware of, right? If something happens, and there's fault to be laid, you can be damn sure it's gonna be placed right in front of the five of you.
Kinda like that car that went out of the deal at the racetrack at the fair, right?
Yeah.
That's another.
You're gonna be held responsible, and you're not gonna wanna be around that day.
But we also can't let one individual dictate who you're
And
gonna
that's
send in the blade.
and I never suggested that we should do that, but I still think the service needs to be provided, and there's a way around this. And even if it's temporary, but I think getting them in here, hopefully clearing the air and making it well understood. This is what your role is, this is what your role is, and we intend to fulfill our role. If they don't wanna do theirs, I guess that's their prerogative.
And I think it's gotta be made clear, we're gonna blade the boat, but we're gonna blade it out, and we're not gonna do what you want. Right?
Right?
Okay.
Well, disagree with Dan in that if they're adamant about we don't want you in our township anymore and something happens, they're responsible.
Yeah, well,
We're
the
not.
township is to start with on their roads, right?
Well, no, if we have this unspoken agreement that we're doing in a court of law,
Okay.
we're doing all the blading for the whole county, and now we're not
Oh,
doing
okay,
this,
I got you.
that could fall on us. But if they make it abundantly clear that
Decision.
a group decision and all that, my goodness, then it's a gray area and you don't wanna go there, and I'm in Dan's camp in that we should blade whether they like it or not, but.
Okay, and last thing on this, and then we'll move on. Each one of you, by yourself, have no authority whatsoever. Any two of you have zero
Right,
authority.
I know.
So if one person, township supervisor or not, he has no authority
No, I know.
to make that decision, none. Unless it's in some minutes in their township. His statement means nothing.
Right, they actually, I'm almost sure, that they never had a meeting and discussed this and made a motion and.
He got wild about it, and that's what happened.
One individual.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Oh,
Nathan
what
didn't
hinges
even
on it,
know
they haven't
about
paid the fees yet. We're not-
I'm under the understanding, I think it's coming, I got called on this for a
Once
while.
it's paid, then we'll probably.
Well, even in the interim, do we suggest to Brent that they blade the roads? I mean, you're gonna come a month now, how about in the interim?
And if they don't come till next month, it's 2 months, like Dan said. If they haven't been
By,
bladed for a month.
by the time we get them here, it'll have been 60 days.
Well, that's what I mean,
Right.
in that,
Okay.
you know,
See if they paid their fee first.
that really shouldn't. be
How many fights do we wanna create here?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not being mean here, but, you know, we're already in two of them now.
If they don't want us blade, when we go to blade, we're gonna have another fight.
Well, not only that, but the roadman doesn't want us to be there either, so what I'm saying is it's starting to multiply and mushroom, and we don't need to do that.
Deal with the issue. Don't just, whatever. That's never gonna be a good path forward.
Yeah, well, take it as it comes, I guess. Anything else? So, when you do the road, we're getting back to that. Are you gonna ask, if townships are willing to hire you to do some of that, or what?
Well, I'm gonna go start up north. If it don't rain today, I thought I'd go up there for a day this week.
Which I have no
go,
secret.
go there right after it rains.
Right.
Well, a day after, right, because then it really works nice.
I know.
It makes the road really nice.
Yes, it does.
Can you do that when you're gone?
Yes.
You can, okay, that's fine then.
You can do that.
I'll drop you a text or something, and tell you what area, and then, that's what I was worried
Yep, if you give me a time, date, location, I'll let.
about. I'll be up in that area that particular day or something.
Okay.
What's gonna happen here is you're gonna go to townships, and a lot of them will be happy to see you, and they will agree to compensate you. And then you're gonna run into the township that says, well, by God, the county better be doing this.
Because we're paying you.
Exactly, so I'm just saying,
Well, I can document
Yeah,
part of that if I
right,
don't
right,
get an
right.
hour or something here or there. It's not a,
no,
It's-
my point is this.
I didn't buy this thing to
No, I
make $1
know
million.
that, but my point is this, is keep a
That's
log,
what you told me.
Shut up.
keep a log, and if somebody says, well, we're not paying this, then you can just say, well, this township paid, this township paid. I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say? Trying to set an example of
Well,
the point.
I am,
That's up to
Okay.
him to take care of that.
we're not necessarily gearing ourselves towards becoming a grooming service. But it might not, if this goes well, maybe we should own two of those.
Well,
There's all kinds of days I'm told we can't run a blade, so then what are you doing otherwise? This would be a perfect opportunity to use that.
But what I ascertained from those meetings, it's a moot point to try to get 2 or 3 townships to buy one
Yeah,
together.
there's-
It's not.
That ain't
happen.
gonna work.
No, who maintains it, where does it keep, no, that's not enough.
I haven't
Here's-
talked to that Rogers yet this summer either.
I think
They-
here's
they
the
bought
biggest advantage, you guys. The discussion came up at one of the township meetings. In the spring, if it's too wet, that our blades are too heavy leaving it, that's when we should have.
I did the last spring, and it worked really good around my place. But I don't have the truck traffic like,
I think it was at Sykeston where they said, heavy blade, why can't we get lighter blades or whatever?
yes, it was at Sykeston.
But when we do snow removal, we can't have that. But anyway, that's the reason they don't get out early is because they're leaving ruts. You could use it early.
Dan, I have a
So
question.
down the road might be something to look at.
I have a question for you. You've had, out to the farm, you've had the same blade man for a long time, correct?
Well,
In Pierce County.
I go to Sheridan,
Yeah, but I mean, in
Pierce, and
Pierce County,
McHenry.
if you go north of Harbor, whatever,
Yeah,
But-
Zion.
yeah.
Oh,
is there issues with him?
I've never heard
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's,
Yeah.
the only reason I brought
I
that
don't,
up.
if there's 1,000 blade men in the United States or in this upper Midwest area, 998 of them had an issue
Oh,
with
yeah.
someone.
Oh, I
It's like a
understand that.
referee.
But
You
what I'm
will
getting
never
at is-
please everybody.
He's had a pretty good track record.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And my whole point in this is we've gotta keep that in mind. That if these guys, and I'm not picking on them, don't get me wrong, but that's a lot of it right there.
Well, here, keep this in mind. If Clinton Buckles walks in water, he got fired over in Wells Township.
I know why, I know why,
Wells County.
I know exactly why. But he pulled,
did.
yeah, I know he did. He pulled shoulders and they ran him off.
So anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
Welcome, KLJ.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Logan Berg filling in for Brian today. Just wanted to, I guess, touch briefly on the structure replacement project we have going on right now. So, yes, they are one pile away from being done with all the pile driving. And today, I don't know if there's thunderstorms in there, I don't know what they got, but they're removing the old sheeting around the old abutments. I don't have an updated schedule from them. I should be getting one after the first of the month. According to their preliminary schedule, they're a bit ahead of schedule. To kind of see how the weather and I know they've got a few other jobs going on right now, but I would anticipate that, just like any other project, they're gonna flirt with that September 19th completion date. And then, I don't know, has anyone heard any issues with detour routes or construction traffic or?
People are just glad that you guys are
Doing.
after it like you are,
Yeah.
and they think it'll, they're happy with progress, they know they have to deal with that. That's
Okay.
what we want.
Yeah, I guess if there's issues or, we've got guys driving around looking at signs, making sure everything's still up every day, so. And one other thing Brian wanted me to briefly touch on. This is his area, but this is basically a printout of those Prairie Dog funds. And I don't know if you guys had a grant that you did with Wald in the past, I don't know what the name of it is, but I think the bucket is gonna be full come this November. Let's see. In Wells County, approximately we'll get $630,000 in distribution from this. It'll be full in November this year.
Is that per year or per biennium?
It's over the course of the 2-year biennium, but, we've said all along, the bucket will fill, it's less money than we use.
Way less.
It's-
It was 1.2 million.
It's about a third is chopped off, but we were moved up in the rotation to assure that you will get money, you just won't get as much as you used to get.
Where is that money going?
What's that?
Where's the money that we don't get anymore? Where's that going?
It's gone into flex funds, they made the flex
Oh,
fund
yeah, yeah, yeah.
bigger, so there's a competitive portion of it as
So
well.
we can apply for more grants.
And we're hoping, obviously, to get funded for Old 52
Right, yeah.
through that, so.
Basically, they're picking and choosing where it goes more than just giving it away.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're checking out what people are going for.
So we, all of that and then some to be able to pull off our portion of the project.
Right. Kind of ironic, if you look at this, if you need 39 million a month, you need to fill it, and the revenue this past
time where the projection was, okay, I still anticipate the state of North Dakota in legislative session, I'm still under the impression the governor's gonna ask for cuts,
Yeah, we do.
so.
You guys got somebody out there every day watching that deal?
Yes, yep. Yep, not the most exciting, I mean, that's good when it's boring.
I was gonna say, is that necessary?
No. If they're not if they're taking down a crane, or, I mean, he checks in via phone call, I mean, he's pulling out of Jamestown. That cuts a little bit of the time, but yeah, we're moving a crane, like, I can see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
Has there been any issues?
with the piling, we have discovered quite a bit of, I'm gonna say obstructions, but I imagine there are boulders that have been buried down there that we've had to move a couple piles after we started them. But that's, I don't wanna say that's typical, but I mean, it happens. Where, I mean, you just keep pounding them and the top of that pile starts to look like a mushroom because it's just, so, but we, like I said, there's one more to go. Those boulders done.
I did a no-no the other day. I drove around the barricade.
Uh-oh,
This was just when they got the bridge out,
yeah,
and on the north side, the red thing was parked. On the south side, there was nothing.
right, okay.
And I mean, I caught it. I was gonna drive up to that red machine, see what was going on. I got holy smoke, there's the river. And I'm just telling you that, I'm not saying anything wrong or whatever. I did drive around the barricade, so it is my game.
I cannot, well, right, I mean, you gotta go a little bit above, but I can make that comment if you need to throw somewhere.
Well,
Park piece of equipment, I mean, they've got 2 different excavators and a crane, I mean, park something there to.
and the reason I went around it is there was a little trail around it.
Yeah.
So, just passing it on.
Yeah, no, I will, have that coming along too. Anything else?
No,
Yes, that's.
thanks for coming in.
No, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for you guys being on top of it.
Yep, that's what we're here for. Okay, thank you guys.
Let's get Deanna up here and get her.
Gianna?
You do have, the LPS, cup application. LPS, it's in there someplace. Okay.
Do you like Hurdsfield too?
This one?
Yeah, that's what it looks like right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, Gianna.
So I'm just here for zoning, you see the LTS telecommunication services, they want to dig in a fiber optic line in St. Anna, Manfred, and Oshkosh, yeah, Oshkosh Township. At our zoning meeting, they said that they would go under any roads and driveways. This line is going, I think he said from Nebraska all the way to the Canadian border.
They're following the state right away, and I don't recall what their reasoning was, but they have to cut off about 9 miles and get out of the state right away and get into the township, which is
Yeah.
why the
Right.
request is here.
52, but didn't you say some water issue?
There's some kind of obstruction.
Right.
The zoning gave it up to pass recommendation, so I just think it'll be, motion from you guys.
So do they go and, they get an easement for, to go through farmer's
They
property?
didn't need to because it's within the county right of way. We're going-
They're gonna go on the road right away. Didn't they tell us at the 6-9 meeting never to do that?
To do the
Never go in county right away?
I don't remember that.
Remember that?
They did to meet that statement, but this is very unobtrusive. It's not a pipeline going in here, they're putting in conduit and fiber optic. And with the conduit, if they ever need to expand, they can use what's already there, and they don't have to do anything. So,
I just remember they told us that, don't ever let them go in the highway road.
Is that the guy from Lincoln who's against everything? Yeah, was that who?
Probably.
Yeah, you can't go by
I
that.
know they said that they'll dig down 42 inches, I believe it was, and then I think it's about 2 inches.
Yeah, it's not every day.
Right.
How deep is that going?
42 inches.
42 to 46,
Other
I
than
think
seeing
they
the
said.
tracks of the machine, you won't even know.
So are they crossing any existing power line?
They said that before they did any digging, that they would call one call to make sure that they're out of anybody's way.
Yeah, they've got the same obligation to as a private property.
Yeah, they gotta cross stuff. Telephone lines, different stuff.
And how, I mean, if those aren't as buried as deep, you know, that's where that's going from.
Wow, then they gotta go under them.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, that would be the hardest part about a project like this.
So we need a motion to,
I'll make a motion that we approve the producer meeting.
motion by Stan, is there a second?
Second it.
Second, Brian Miller. Any other discussion on it? The zoning board approved it, right? So it's formality. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Yeah, you have to, or approve that language change in the.
No, we have to have that public hearing next week first.
Oh, okay, all right.
And then next month we'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then they did approve John Pavilions.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Give me a second here. All right, so go back to portfolio.
Portfolio, Brian, Barry,
I texted Chris yesterday, asking if there was any news, and all he texted me was new hires, so.
New hire,
That's, yeah,
2 words.
2 words.
That was it.
That was it. And it was late when he texted me, I sent him a message at like noon, and I didn't get a text till 8 something last night, and never texted him back to giving me more info, but we have a new hire, so
new deputy.
that's all I got, so.
by the word of the text.
I don't know. Otherwise, yeah.
Nobody knows when, it's Tim, right? When's he
Yeah.
coming back? His deployment's gotta be done pretty quick, huh?
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
you never know with that.
They said they can extend.
They
their-
can
yeah.
extend that.
I thought the end of July.
Yeah.
Oh, not till then, okay.
Oh, then the young guy will be back.
Yeah. Tim, right?
Yeah.
Tim?
Supposedly the,
Tim or Kim?
Tim.
Tim.
Okay, for the two.
But Ward has been filling in some. He had a fair bit of hours this last month, so he's still on board. And
there's probably another female that you said the deputy.
It is. Her shoulder, she's kinda, she's getting better.
No, the new one.
Oh, the new, okay.
but yeah, as far as I know, Kel has been